There we go. And it's Arena. It's Russia F versus Druzhina here in the League of Empires. I could add that to the info maybe as well. We have time for that. It's Arena after all. Not going to be too much Dark Age action. So let's introduce teams. Let's start on Russia F side here. I usually start with the pocket, so here we go. We have the Queen with Khmer in the pocket position, not an unknown civ for the pocket position in Arena, of course. It's a very good moving civ. You could comfortably go up to the castle age with 23 population and still get away with the 3 TC broom with the Khmer because you don't need any buildings to click up to the next stage. So that's quite smooth. You have access to Cavalier and to Elite Battle Elephants and Heavy Scorpions with a bonus with extra projectiles as well with the unique technology. So there are lots of things going for them in team games in the pocket position, especially on closed map like this where they can easily get to their fast castle. Shake with the Spanish on the left-hand side. Might be thinking about conquistadors for the map control here. I mean, gas drop, not completely out of the question for Arena either, but that's kind of in the team game. It's just more and more risky these days because the elite 3 goes on the field, right, on the enemy, so they can deny a castle if they are scouting nicely, which players at this level do. Thanks for the follow, Norson Wells, by the way. But I think we'll be seeing conquistadors, and then later on Spanish they have a full tech tree in that they could go for Paladin as well, for the upgraded Paladin, if need be, for the later. Finally, on the right-hand side, Mayans from Mr. Moon. So there will be access to Elite Eagle Warriors here, Stronghold for Mayans with the extra hit points, and Plumed Archers, which should be it's a very unique unit as well. Fast running foot archer right from the Mayans castles, so that could come into play. As for the other team, we have Hunting X in the pocket for Druzhina. He's playing with the Teutons here. So he's a solid pocket player, solid cavalry player, overall, overall player. We'll see if he wants to go into the cavalry or the Teuton siege here. Teutons have a unique technology for their siege weapon to give them more armor, the ironclads. And otherwise it's also, if you're falling behind and have the need for halberdiers to deal with, for example, the Khmer elephants here, right? The Teutons halberdiers have +2 extra melee armor compared to generic ones. So that could come in handy here as well. On the left-hand side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 0, aka JCP Kill. That would be his alias. I might just say blue here. It's easier than saying all these numbers. But he's playing in the blue as the Turks here. Might have passed Imp on the agenda, who knows? As it's one of Turks' go-to strategies on Arena. And yeah, as long as it's golds, Turks will do just fine. If he goes fast imp, he'll be having access to bombard cannons and hand cannoneers early on, which can prove for a very strong push, but I guess it's potentially less efficient in the team game unless the Khmer player is going very greedy and can help to the sides, then it's a different story. Hunting X with the Hunting F bowler, did you lose a builder? Is that what you're saying? He's fine. Oh yeah, I missed under the TC. I get it. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And finally, for Druzhina, Maisel with his favorite civilization, the Aztecs. Now, Maisel is you wouldn't be able to get his playstyle in the Hidden Cup because he's just so unique about it. He loves his monks play, so obviously he loves Aztecs. They have the strongest monks in the game. But he'll He'll be, yeah, you never know what to expect from Mysel. He could make, well, on the arena, he probably won't be making much infantry and for the men at arms or rushes, but yeah, Eagle Warriors could go archers here. His job is probably just to hold this flank and allow Turks fast imp and hunting X on the top side to deal damage on the other side. What's League of Empires? It is a 3v3 league, separated in 4 divisions. I'm playing in the 2nd division myself. And, yeah, exactly. 3v3 tournament with round robin instead of elimination for what. And then, of course, the winner of each division is promoted, and the lower ones are relegated. Some scouts flaring on the field here, running into each other. Kind of cool matchup on this side, actually, with the Mr. Moon, the Mines, and Aztecs on the right-hand side, Mess of War on the flanks and Arena. Not necessarily too common. What is the ELO span of these players? This is the highest division, and I would say, I think most of them are in the 1500 to 1700 ELO range. You like arena, making an arena inside your arena. Yeah, Mysel is paladin. That's what I mean with Mysel. He's just so unpredictable. You never know what he's going to do. It's just wants to be on the safe side here and keep the mines from running right to his walls here. Maybe he's afraid of a castle drop plumed archers here. Who knows? And by the way, looking at the uptime of blue, it might not necessarily be past the Imperi has the barracks up even. That could of course be just for the ranges. He has 6 farms. Okay, maybe more of a standard cast age approach here. We'll see. Myself still in the feudal age, by the way. He's with 27 villagers and queuing in more villagers. Is it Aztecs past him here? Past him, Monk Trebs, maybe? Yeah, you never know with Mysel. He could do strange stuff. Oh, this woman is in danger. Oh, tell me that Mr. Moon would see this. Mr. Moon! He's fine. No, he saw it! He saw it! Or not, but he's probably confused now looking at the palisade walls from the Aztec. Like, what the heck? Flaring his friends. What the heck is going on here? So for the Turks, range, market, and castle age on the way with 31 pop here for blue. Does have 6 on berries though. But let's see the resources. Could still be past imp. Only 6 farms though. Seems kind of tight here, but it is one of the Turks' plays to go to the past Imperial to get to the hand near some bombards early on. And here's Oladeshek. He is actually going forward with the drop here, and there are even scouts from the Queen here to defend. So Russia, they don't care that castle drops aren't necessarily successful these days. Here, they're going all in here, and they have also seen through that the Turks might be going for the fast imp here, so well, they want to obstruct that as best they can. So I think Blue's reaction here will just be to place some houses, stone walls, whatever it is behind here to make sure the Spanish don't get in here. Oh, he doesn't see it! Ah! What's going on? Druzhina. Conquistadors in the making. Defensive castle for the mines. And Maisel is doing his own thing over here. He's gonna go for the Eagles, but it looks like Eagle Scouts for the time being. But he is on the way up to the gas station. He's just about to reach it. And as said, we have the blue player here with the house walls going up. But one Conquistador out already could make it awkward for blue to wall here, still making builders. So it's not going to be any Imperial Age just yet. Missing food and gold for that. And adapting to the situation now by dropping Blacksmith and Monastery here. Monastery, of course, for conversion on the Conquistadors. What exactly is the purpose of that palisade wall from TL? You'd have to ask myself about that, because I have no freaking idea. Probably just to keep a Mayan's castle drop out or something. But I don't know what's going on inside of Meisel's head most of the time, so... he'll have to answer for that. So we have 3 Conquistadors out. And a semi-steady flow of production here from Oladeshek in the purple. And the Queen staying, well, just now dropping the second TC, so actually providing double stables knights here. So the military situation of Russia is well ahead of Druzhina at this time. And that could be a win condition here. They need to deal with knight defense of the blue here, of course. And Maisel still just doing his own thing over here. He's gonna grab some relics because Aztecs generate 33% more gold from the relics. Hey, is this live? No, this is recorded games. Did he actually delete that monk? What happened? Conquistadors maybe. Shot him. Okay, so another TC here for blue here to keep the aggression out, stone wall, but it doesn't stop the Conquistadors. And the TC, I think it goes up, but it will be severely delayed here. KD absolutely in favor of Russia F here now, 113 now for the blue player here, I'm assuming as Loom by now, of course, due to the aggression, but the villagers are going down left and right still. Monks, probably the best defense against small numbers of Conquistadors, but you still need to handle the rest of the stuff here. Another castle for Oladeshek here, with the villagers moving in here from the stone that he's been mining outside of the enemy base. And yeah, TC not up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 is more or less out of the game at this point of the game. 26 villagers. Hunting X with a massive boom in the middle though, so if anything, the Turks player is buying Hunting X a lot of time here to get that Teuton's boom rolling. He's not even bothering helping his friend to the left-hand side here. I think he might be doing right as well, considering that the Queen in the Khmer pocket is behind more than 20 villagers in the other pocket. So it could be a good call, but it also means that one player of Druzhina will be out of the game. Maisel doing his own thing here. Sending over a battering ram with Eagle Scouts inside, no less, not even Eagle Warriors, they are Eagle Scouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, oh, days are numbered. There you go. Good pun. Very, very punny, Johannes. Maisel, man. I mean, surely the Queen will wall behind this. Why is the ram attacking? What? What? Is this... Hello? Anybody home? What? What's going on here? Alright, no need to quick wall behind when it's not attacking here. And the light is and the light is just passing. What is this? Finally, Eagle Warrior is in, by the way. Just bringing it over to Plex. Yeah, it has to be it. No reaction for the Queen thus far. Probably sensing nothing bad is going on. Oh, there's a flare. Oh! Please help! I'm being attacked! Please help! Oh, that monk! Can get the free knight here. Aztec Knight. Ah, yes. Let's have a look here though. Oladeshek with the Conquistadors is now hitting the pocket because Hunting Axe has been booming. Really behind this is obviously making units here. And I don't think he has any sign of any Imperial Age just yet. Some response to the Conquistadors will be needed though, and the blue player here down to 22 villagers. Not much to do here other than to migrate, and he's going to the south here to reboom somewhere in the middle of his teammates here. Meanwhile, Weissel is inside. He has pikemen, he has eagle warriors, he has a ram with more eagle warriors inside, and the queen will have to pull everything back to clean up this mess. When was the last time we saw Plumed Archers being converted? Meisel, man. Oh, pity he couldn't save the monk, but he's using the Mayans' weapons against him here. And that's just one of Meisel's strengths, really. He's good at being annoying and defending, doing stuff, and he's been keeping this side sort of busy now for a little while. But it's not enough, though. It's one player out of the game. And the bait of Hunting X has been breached in the pocket as well. So Russia takes the first game here in the somewhat unstandard arena game, especially for Meisel here in the right side. Let's have a look here. Oladeshek with the army high here. Meisel did make quite a bit as well, but mixed in some trash there, in addition to the monks and the eagles. The eco situation is high for Hunting X, but if his flank is just dying, that doesn't help much unless he has the boom of a lifetime and has paladins out already. But that's not the case here. Didn't have a response to the Spanish play. Pretty smooth cast station, I'll have to say, from Oladeshek and Queen and Hunting X here. Finally, the villager high never passed 100 for either of the teams here. Alright, let's pull up from these teams. I think the other one is Arabia, but we'll get to it soon. Russia versus Druzhina on Arabia. Looks like it's the same teams for both. So we'll see if Capturage will cooperate here. Doesn't look too promising, does it? Right back. Okay, that's it. And there we go. Alright. So now we're on Arabia. Should be the same teams, same lineup here. Slightly different colors. Let's actually just sort that here. Give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 0. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. The blue color again, like on the arena game. Maybe it just wants to blend into the territory here and match the terrain and hide away in the gray color. But we'll see how this turns out. Let's introduce the teams again. Now in the pocket is the Queen with the Magyars. So could be Cav Archers on the menu here from the pocket, but most likely in the pocket position, Scouts into Knights into Cavaliers and Paladins with the Magyars here. On the right side, we have Oladeshek with the Vikings for this one, so we can all assume he'll be playing the Archers role from flank here. Men-at-Arms into Archers for the Vikings, most likely. Could even do Men-at-Arms Towers if the distance isn't too far off. And the resources indicate such. It's quite an open map, so maybe Men-at-Arms Towers could be a play here as well with the Vikings. But it would make a little bit more sense to go into the Archers, I think, with the playing into the strong economy of Vikings and their ease of producing both builders and an army. Left hand side is Mr. Moon with the Britons here. No question about the unit of choice here. Britons just more or less have to go for the Archers. So that's going to be a rough one. As for the other team, we have Hunting X in the pocket again. These spawns are a little bit weird, by the way. It's very far in the back here for Druzhina, and then blue, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 is far to the right, pretty far off his pocket, but in the pocket again with Hunting X now with the pranks here. Probably among his favorite civs, and likely one of the best pocket civs in the game as well. We'll definitely be playing, like the Britons soon, there's just one unit of choice for the tanks, it's the cavalry line in most cases, especially in team games. Left side, Mysel with the Aztecs again here, so that's two Aztecs used for Druzhina already in this tournament. In League of Empires, you're only allowed to use each civilization 3 times throughout the season. So that's the second Aztecs usage in one set here for Mysel. He's spending up his favorite civ. And finally, in the blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 with the Chinese. Also likely to go Archers from flank, of course. And as it is Chinese, I'm sort of assuming straight Archers play here. The Chinese, they are lacking a bit of starting wood and 150 starting food, so going for example, a Druzh is more or less out of the question with the Chinese, because your barracks will be up later and you'll be struggling a bit for food in the early game. So I'm thinking straight Archers, whereas Oladeshek is likely to go for an infantry opening, maybe. With the Vikings Men-at-Arms having a bit of extra hit points in the feudal age coming in handy. As for Mysel with Aztecs, he could of course go for the Archers as well, but knowing Mysel, he'll be doing more AI-style army approach with some extra militia, mix in some eagles and spears, and just be plain annoying. He's good at the annoying bit, this guy. So we'll see what he's up to for this one. He is walling off though. Mysel tends to like his early walls. And he does have a decent base. He has a back gold and back stone here. And some sections that are definitely wallable. You could even team wall here with Hunting X, actually, looking at the layout here. So they've found some enemy locations. Boom with the idle time. Where do you see that? Oh, there we go. I think it's one villager down. That's probably Mysel. And there we go. It is an Aztec's drop from Mysel here. 4 militia, no more, no more, less. Angry housewives, they're also called on my channel. Good reaction by Moon though. With a quick wall going up there. They are Dark Age walls, so they only have 150 HP. So there's still some chance for 4 militia to raid through here, but that's going to take them a little while. I like the walling initiative here, walling in towards the TC, and also the backside. So it's becoming a very compact base here, but you have the woodlines, you have the gold, you have all you need to play into Britain's strength here. Though the food income is useful as well, and that's on the berries over here. Radosek with some militia moving forward here, but he is going to get men-at-arms, I believe. Wait, did he just go 20 villagers up, or did he lose? Wow. 20 pop men-at-arms with Vikings here. That is pretty smooth opening. Men-at-arms not kicking in just... Oh, TC! Careful! Hold on the shake. So it seems like good aggression on both sides here. No sign of a team wall. Mysel wants to keep Hunting X out here, who is now milling the hunt as well with Franks here. Boosting that food income for the scouts production. And we could see the military count here as well. Hunting X with 1 scout more than the opposing pocket could be telling of an earlier uptime for Hunting X. I didn't quite follow the progression there. Wolodychek in the meantime is taking blue off berries here and obstructing the food source for the Chinese here now, but the men-at-arms won't be able to progress further easily here. The gold is in the back, at least compared to the location of Wolodychek's base, so it's not going to be easy for Wolodychek to move on and do further damage here. And he didn't get any kills either, which is good. No villagers down for blue here. Mysel still with the annoyance. 4 militia at full HP is probably going to go for the men-at-arms in the field age as well. No immediate follow-up here from Mysel is getting the field age. Probably going to go straight for the castle age after this, because he has 8 farms by now. In the meantime, Russia are happy with the situation here with men-at-arms and archers from Wolodychek, and Wolodychek may even be signaling here that he's fine on his own, since the queen is moving away with the... Excuse me, with the scouts here. Well, it's still annoying, but Chinese, they have, if they can keep that idle time at a minimum. We see the idle TC time here for blue is at 1:41, but I think it was lower earlier on. If you can keep the Chinese idle TC time at a minimum, find an early food source, you'll be looking at a nice villager count over your opponents and more ease of production as you pass through the ages, because you have been generating more economy along the way. Good engagement from Wolodychek here on the woodline or one of the woodlines of blue here, though. He's forcing a reaction and forcing a relocation to a different site for Mysel here. Looking at the numbers though, army, there's arguably more army for blue here compared to the Viking player. Wolodychek has mixed in some skirmishers at home as well, so he's going to not usually in something you see in team games, but if it's a one-on-one fight, it's fine to mix in some skirmishers as well, because there won't be any enemy cavalry to fight you up. Upgrades wise, they're similar here. Actually, they're not. Oladishek has defense for his units, and Blue does not. But here comes Hunting X with the scouts, and the skirmishers should be a non-issue for Blue's archers here. Yeah, there we go. That's why you don't necessarily make skirmishers in team games, because you could expect the enemy pocket to bring some cavalry units like scouts onto the field like this. Britain's on the forward here now against Maisel, who is also making a mix of archers and skirmishers here. With the skirmishers mixed in though, Maisel is looking at a good fight here, and the Queen does not meddle in here at all, but here they come. The Queen has +1 attack for being the Magyar's scouts as well, so that could come in handy in melee fighting against other units like this. And we do have a team wall after all here, so why the hell does Maisel wall to the edge of the map? Oladishek with the numbers here is gonna clean up the first volley of Chinese archers here. And consistent production from both players for out of 2 ranges here. Third range now for the blue player, tasking some more villagers. He wants to compensate for lost archers here, really, but there comes the market as well. Could the eco balance be a tiny bit up here? Quite a bit of gold in the bank for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. And no sign of a castle just yet, so that's a third range to try and get up and outnumber Oladishek here and make use of the resources at their disposal here. Keep in mind as well that with Britons on the team, the archery ranges of Team Russia F work 20% faster. That's Britain's team bonus. That's one that Druzhina doesn't have, because they don't have Britons on their team. Druzhina does have the military lead though, and Hunting X is also earlier to the gas stage, being the Franks here, so he's already with knights out on the field. While he's making use of the last of his scouts to raid the Russia F pocket for a bit here, because the Queen isn't completely walled as opposed to what's soon to be the case for Hunting X here. TC's on Woodlands and Golds here to protect economy from raiding. And Maisel and Mr. Woon seem to have a peace agreement here on the left-hand side, because there's not really any big engagements here. Looks like Maisel has the military advantage by just a few numbers here over Mr. Moon. Oh, now Maisel is moving out with his crossbows and skirmishers here. He'll run into Britons with the superior range here. What's the actual situation here though? Yeah, Maisel is slightly outnumbered and out HP'd here. He pulls back, just probing the terrain here, and only 2 to 1 units lost here, so probably a good call to pull back there. Meanwhile, Blue finds himself in a 2 vs 1 situation and needs to delay a second TC here, but Hunting X is joining in for the fight here, and suddenly it should turn very much in Druzhina's favor here. There are simply not enough knights here to from the queen to justify taking these fights. They need to pull away, and Oladechek loses quite a few crossbows in the process. He has half the crossbow numbers of his opposing flank right now. Alright. So here's Blue going in kind of on his own here to raid the queen. That seems a bit scary with all the yellow knights on the field here, but there's a beautiful choke point to take, and to take the queen off the woodline here. There's some fighting going on the other side as well, but that's basically just Maisel keeping Britons busy and not engaging on this side. He has Elite Skirm in now as well, but as long as the queen's knights are busy elsewhere, Maisel can make as many skirmishers as he wants. I'll rather check with some work here. What's the situation here? Let's see if we can measure these armies. Yeah, Druzhina definitely at a disadvantage here. They need to back off actually. And for the upgrades, we have +2/+2 for... Actually, Hunting X is missing the last attack upgrade. Magyars obviously get it instantly, so they don't need to worry about getting those. But again, Blue will be losing some crossbow numbers. And with the crossbow behind here, Hunting X needs to pull away because he'll simply be losing his numbers here. That's a good thing about the mobility of the knights, so you could run away from fight. And Mountain Maisel is all the way over here. Why are all of his skirmishes over here? He has to be quite comfortable on his own side then to pull his units over and just join the fight over here instead. That's going to be an issue for Maisel though, because here come 49 Britain's crossbows. They will melt through any palisade walls here. Actually, decent reaction from Maisel here, but will he see the movement here? He's preparing for a siege forward. And he does have a lot of military, but most of it is on the wrong side of the field now. So Maisel could be in a bit of a pickle here. It's difficult to play siege, especially mangonels and Britons as well, because Britain's crossbows outrange mangonels. Hunting X doing decent here. Weissel will of course lose his skirmishers here to the enemy cavalry, but it's still a cleanup. And Weissel has some presence over here. Blue is going to Imperial Age, as is Weissel, but they don't really have much build to do from that, especially not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 0, who is now switching to Chukon News here. There is a bit of an issue on Hunting X's side in the pocket here, though. His reinforcements are being cut off by Britain's crossbows here, and since Mr. Moon can't comfortably break into Meisel space, he'll go straight for the pocket instead, and then hence potentially cripple the Franks cavalry player here. Druzhina keeps the top score, though. And I think Hunting X isn't too far off being able to take a fight against these Britain's crossbows that are working completely on their own here. Only 10 knights for the Queen, so Mr. Moon can't expect too much help here from his pocket, who is kind of out of position, is over here now, going to make a push with Oladeshek. Elite skirms from Mycel. There's a choke point here for Mr. Moon to hide in, but these are Hunting X. So, if need be, Hunting X could delete buildings here and make sure that crossbows don't get an easy choke point here. And the Elite skirms, of course, doing work from Mycel as well, with Elite skirms and Knights chasing this. Could be looking at the cleanup, and suddenly it's not looking good for the Britons here, losing numbers like that. I mean, there are obviously some knights going down here, but it's still a cleanup and a fight that Druzhina should be happy with. Let's have a look at the KD here if we can find it. And Hunting X 83 to 66 KD here. Pretty solid. Both pockets on the 3 TC boom. And Blue here with 5 TCs total. Really going to stabilize and boost that Chinese economy and go full into Chukonus here. Imperial Age on the way for Hunting X as well, so he is going to beat Russia F's pocket through it. The Queen has been subject to some raids along the game here, and is falling behind in both numbers and progression through the ages here. Haven't really seen much damage being done on the left-hand side, and again, Meisel is fighting on his own here, trying for a ram push against the Britons here. Actually quite nice to have rams against Britons, but with the knights from the Queen in the field here, we'll still be looking at a better fight for Russia F here against these forces. Nice choke point there for Mycel's crossbows and Elite skirms blocking the gate so enemy units can't pass through, and a sneaky Magonel from behind to try and get some hits in on the Britons here as well. That's actually a good hit. And in the meantime, we're seeing some fantastic raids from Hunting X here on the enemy side as well. He's taking a fight here before Imperial Age and Cavalier, but this again is going to render the Queen's numbers rather low here, and this is a beautiful hit for Franks to take still. If Hunting X can take out all the numbers here from the Queen, that's huge, because Hunting X will still be in the Imperial Age and be able to get into Cavalier quite soon. Oh! And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 O's eco play into Chukonus and Siege Rams is paying off here as well against the Vikings. Not much Oladeshek has to respond for this, especially not with this pocket incapacitated and far away from the Imperial Age and the army numbers needed. Strong push from Druzhina taking the Arabia game, and the set ends 1-1 between Druzhina and Russia F. Myself MVP here, 135 to 112 units. He did find himself all the way on the other side for a moment there, but the eco, as you can see as well, resource collected way ahead for Druzhina here. Smooth fuel time has to have been, I think it was Frank's 19 pop shots maybe, and then to follow up 2051's miracle casting. A small look at society score as well to see villagers high, yeah, well ahead for Druzhina here in this game. Nice set.